Guys, Justin Sparks here, state representative for the 110th District. I'm joined by my good friend Bill Eigel, former state senator and gubernatorial candidate. In my time in the legislature, I have had my eyes opened. And I think you would agree, Bill, there's a movement happening in Missouri, and it's been happening for several years. There's an awakening in our state. And so often I hear from constituents and people all across our great state about grassroots movement, conservative policy and ideas that they want to see in our state capitol. But for so often, those things don't happen. Those bills don't get passed. And there's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of anger. And there's a lot of folks that are very motivated around our state to see politicians do what they promise they're going to do during campaign season. Mm-hmm. And so you and I are here today because we've had these discussions for a very long time, and we have a plan. We have a plan to unite the grassroots conservatives in our state. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that, first of all, I don't know that it could come at a better time. I mean, I feel like the two of us here are kind of like, this is like a troublemaker podcast that we've kind of started here. Maybe we can brand that somehow, right? But I don't think it could become this effort to really unite all the different parts and pieces of the grassroots could come at a better time, because right now, I would make the case that there's more people getting involved in the political discussion than we've ever seen in our state history, our country history. And the reason that more people are getting involved is because government at all levels is doing so many things wrong. They're doing so many things inefficiently. They're doing so many things that are putting government into places of our lives that the founding fathers never intended for government to be, whether it's starting with Obamacare. That's what actually got me involved in politics about 10 years ago, whether it's the COVID environment, whether it's the crushing tax burden that's forcing people out of their homes, whatever it is. All these different things are coming together, drawing folks that probably at some point in their lives told themselves they never wanted anything to do with politics. But I kind of became a fan of saying that if you're not thinking about government and politics, rest assured government and politics is thinking about you. And so we've brought a lot of folks together, and the question now with all these folks from different backgrounds that have a lot of good ideas about the proper role of government, how do we bring them together?
That is a great question, and actually that is the question. We must unite the grassroots, and here's how we're going to do it. Awakenmissouri.org is something that is going to be launching and is now built as a forum, as a discussion forum for you, the grassroots movement conservatives in our state from all over, from every background of life, so that you can debate, educate, rant and rave, and have a little fun doing it as well. But doing so respectfully and in a spirit of unity, because we all want the same thing. We want our state to be better for the next generation, for our children that we can pass on to so they can have a better future than we had. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's really the key, isn't it? Yeah. It's about putting our own personal stuff aside in the interest of a greater state. And the way that we do that is we unite. Awakenmissouri.org. Myself and Bill, we're inviting you to come check it out, set up your profile, engage in spirited debate, and move the conversation forward.
So I can tell you, I'm going to have a profile on awakenmissouri.org, and I can tell you that there are a lot of folks out there that would consider themselves maybe a contrarian when it comes to political matters. And I'll be the first to admit that the word unity and the call to unify is something that has been often abused by the more establishment forces in our political discussion, right?
For sure.
What makes, I think, this difference is we are calling folks to not just unify for the sake of unity. We're calling on folks to unify and rally around the ideas that probably got them involved in politics in the first place. We want those ideas to take root, to grow, and to lead to productive interactions in public, open forums that everybody feels like they're not just going to get attacked on a personal level, and they're going to be working and talking with like-minded individuals that really want to see some reform happen in the state of Missouri. And maybe the word I've been using for the most recent years is a reckoning for a lot of the establishment forces that are preventing the state of Missouri and our local communities from being just as successful as any other red area in these United States. So I think that this is a fantastic new move. I can't wait to get started. And Justin, I'm real thankful that you're taking the lead on this.
AwakenMissouri.org. Come join us. Unite the grassroots together. Let's take our state back.